Hello, welcome to your in-depth horoscope forecast for week commencing the 11th of May for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. You can also chat to me direct on Twitter at HoroscopeAce, or you can subscribe to your free daily horoscope or monthly free astrology magazine by seeing the link beneath this video. Well, when it comes to astrological weeks, it doesn't get much busier than this one. It's absolutely jam-packed with changes, and some of these are very exciting. Saturn, the planet of structure, begins its retrograde in the sign of Aquarius on Monday. It's going to retrace its steps and then move back into the sign of Capricorn on the 2nd of July before returning to Aquarius on the 17th of December. Also this week, on Tuesday, Mercury, the planet of communication, moves into its home zone of Gemini, where it joins up with Venus and, of course, the North Node. Now, this is going to give us an opportunity to flex our mental muscles that much more quickly, but also, ironically, on Wednesday, Venus in Gemini also goes into retrograde, which will last through to the 23rd of June. Also on Wednesday, Mars moves out of Aquarius and into Pisces, the 12th solar house. And finally, on Thursday, Jupiter, the planet of expansion, starts to retrace its steps in the sign of Capricorn, and it's going to be in reverse for 4 long months. Now, already Pluto is retracing its steps in Capricorn too. So these are very significant changes. Also, we have a quarter moon on Thursday in the sign of Aquarius. And when it comes to our resources, our financial planning, or even our friendships, I do feel that the quarter moon does ask us to be a little more cautious in our approach when it comes to what we are getting into. So if there is some kind of way you're flexing to COVID-19, trying to be flexible, which would be a very positive thing to do. And obviously the conversations we have this week with Mercury's help can be very helpful, but it is going to be important to just have maybe a short-term plan as well as that longer-term plan. Now, this week also sees Venus continue its long square with Neptune, and with Venus now in retrograde, the potential for muddle around relationships is heightened. But it also can make us much more sensitive to other people. So is there a tide that we need to be more open to raise our vibration, to perhaps connect to someone in a different way? Also, right through this week, the Sun in Taurus is forging an amazing link with Pluto in Capricorn in the part of our situation to deal with worldly interaction. Now, this suggests that if we can go with the flow around the changes we're being pushed to make at the moment, it actually is going to be a much smarter thing to do than to try to cling on to something that is going to fundamentally alter. And if we can therefore accept that our values, our outlook, our associations, our whole mindset is in a state of, some would say flux, some would say evolution. It depends on our relationship to this crisis. But if we can go with it, it will be something that we can benefit more from than if we try to resist it. Your specific forecast, Cancer, suggests with so much going on, we need to focus on the thing that's going to be most important for you. And I definitely think that's the trine between the Sun in your sector of your future and Pluto in your sector of relating. Now, a relationship can be with another person, it can be to an event, it can be to our circumstances, or it can be with ourselves. So check that out in your thinking. But certainly the Sun in the longer distance part of your scope in the sign of Taurus, and of course having Uranus there as well, is asking you to stay as open-minded as possible about how you can link out with others. But also the 7th house can be about how we compete. So it may be where you're having to show some boundaries, but something's shifting in terms of how you're viewing life or how life feels to you and your connection outwards to it. Perhaps you're having to move out and meet a challenge rather than being a little bit more reflective. Now, of course, Saturn does go into a retrograde. Now, I feel that this is going to ask you to be careful, micromanage your financial resources. It could mean that some money that you're waiting for or a business situation isn't quite going to go at the pace you would like. And of course, Mercury does move into a much more sheltered part of your scope, which could see you just feeling a bit more pensive, stepping back from others. But Mars moves into an area which is asking you to give it loud and to be much more open-minded about the type of possibilities you can pursue. The quarter moon, however, just suggests that when it comes to some kind of group dynamic, and obviously not a lot of us have the opportunity to get together in groups at the moment, but something around a group that you've been involved with could have some elements of politics around it at the moment, which you may have to pick through. And of course, with Venus still in that murky square with Neptune, perhaps it is linked to someone from your past. Perhaps there's some history that you still need to process. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you so much for having joined me. If you'd like to check out having a one-to-one with me, please see the testimonials beneath this video. If you've yet to access Serious Astrology, you can also check out my astrology reports, which are very affordable, and you can get a character analysis and also 12-month forecast, totally unique to you, and get 30% off. Also, please see beneath this video. But for now, stay safe, take care, and good luck.